My face looked white.
Look like a pair of Oompa Loompas.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. You join us having just left behind the wonderful Khao Sok National Park with the absolutely marvellous Krabi province. We've set up base for a few days in the lovely coastal town of Aon Ang because there's an abundance of things to see and do here. Like much of Thailand, Aon Ang is very touristy, but you can definitely understand why.
Yeah, it's like the clearest water ever.
Aon Ang's popularity, however, means that accommodation here does cost a pretty penny, so we decided to give hostel dorms another go at Khai Bunk Hostel. This hostel was decent, the rooms and facilities were nice and clean, and the atmosphere was nice enough. I wouldn't necessarily describe it as a party hostel, but it's definitely that way inclined. When we arrived, we booked onto the so-called Seven Islands tour, which we'll tell you all about a bit later on. There's plenty of bars and restaurants on the doorstep of this hostel, and the beach is only a 10-minute walk away, which is more than ideal. We decided to take our first day in Aon Ang very easy. On our first morning, we enjoyed a lovely cheap breakfast at Sad Kitchen before going for a morning swim. For some reason, we decided to shake up our relaxed day by going to investigate the monkey trail at the end of the beach.
So the monkeys here aren't meant to be too bad, but famous last words.
Yeah, we're a little bit scared of monkeys, aren't we?
Well, a bit wary. So the monkey trail takes you to another beach,
yeah.
So it's not that we just wanted to get face to face with monkeys.
As soon as we began to spot the monkeys, we started to feel uncomfortable due to the unpredictability of their feral nature. However, we decided to ignore our initial apprehension and continue on.
Swimming?
So many of them, it's crazy. They keep running past us on these bamboo handrails. Just seen the monkey on someone's back, and now Shelley's getting a bit unsure whether she actually wants to do it or not.
I'm just terrified of them like biting me.
We did meet someone earlier on in our trip who actually had 72 tablets, so it does kind of put you off, doesn't it? You just don't know what they're going to do to you. We're heading back because they are just absolutely everywhere. There are like between 40 or 50 of them in this confined space.
So I'm feeling like a little bit of a failure because one of the best things to do here is that monkey trail because it's meant to be a really nice walk along like the jungle and along the coast, and then you get to a really nice beach, but we're just a bit too scared. Like,
it's just not real worth it, is it?
Yeah. Like there's so many monkeys, so many people are feeding them, which means it makes the monkeys like more aggressive.
Yeah, we'll find a nice quiet bar instead and enjoy a nice cold drink, I think, so.
Yeah, I mean this beach isn't too bad really, is it?
No, it's pretty good.
For the remainder of the day, we decided to take things easy. We headed back down to the seafront just as the sun was about to set, and the views certainly didn't disappoint.
If you wait here 5 minutes after sunset, they start setting up fire shows. It's literally a little kid doing it.
Along the seafront there are two night markets, and as our evening hunger began to fester, we decided to snoop them out. Firstly, we reached Night Market Place, which was quite small and the food options were fairly limited. However, I picked up a snack of samosas as we decided to head for the Aon Ang Landmark Night Market, which was another kilometre away. The Landmark Night Market is a humongous complex with plenty of choice for food, live music and sport on large TVs. It was very busy with tourists, but understandably so.
So I've ordered some deep fried garlic and pepper chicken. It's going to be a 20-minute wait, but it is a little bit pricey here, and it was at the last market as well, so it's like £4.50 the equivalent, so 180 baht. It's quite a lot. So after a 35-minute wait, we've got the food. It was worth the wait.
Is it good? Really good.
It's our second day now in Krabi province, and we're heading up to the Tiger Cave Temple. We had some breakfast at 7-Eleven, a couple of pastries each. We jumped in on the local buses, which took us about an hour, or just over an hour to get here.
It was 150 baht each.
We're just going to head up now. It's 1,200 steps, so it should be quite tough, but we've got plenty of water to keep us going.
Yeah, it's also free to go up, you just have to leave a donation if you want to, but the woman will shout at you to leave a donation.
Shelley's got a
My
towel around her legs, so she's covered up. Our friend who came here a couple of weeks ago, Preston, saw some monkeys up here, so hopefully we don't come across any, but if we do, we'll just keep our wits about us, but we're going to head up now. So at the base of the mountain there's the actual tiger cave itself, where a tiger used to live until 1975, when it actually migrated when nuns and monks moved in instead, but it hasn't been seen since. And so it begins. So far it's been pretty intense, and this is just the beginning.
This hike is of course made ever more strenuous by the scorching temperatures of southern Thailand. We did aim to manoeuvre the peak daily temperatures by arriving early, but with taxis being a no-show and public buses being very slow, we didn't arrive until 10 AM, by which time the temperatures were already well into the 30s.
We made it. Come on. Final 5 steps. This t-shirt was a light colour this morning.
My face looked white.
Looked like a pair of Oompa Loompas. Right, the shoes are off. Now let's enjoy this actual temple. This view is just insane. Would you say it's worth it?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so? That wasn't very convincing.
It's like I'm really enjoying it, but I'm also terrified for the way down.
To build something so beautiful on the top of such a high mountain just shows the level of dedication some of these Buddhist monks must have had when building this temple. So we both pulled off, and now we're going to start heading back down.
I'm more scared for the walk down than the walk up. But when I was coming up, I was thinking, oh no, I can't come back down this, because some bits are literally like a ladder.
Yeah,
So like going up it is hard, but then going back down,
it's going to be hard work, I think.
scary.
She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. And we're back on the ground. Pretty glad about it.
In need of some serious sustenance, we headed to Krabby Town, which itself is very charming and authentic due to how it seemed to be mostly untouched by tourism, contrastingly to Aon Ang. The main purpose of our visit to Krabby Town was that we wanted to reach the wonderful Railay Beach via a longtail boat from Krabi Pier. These longtail boats will only depart once they are full, otherwise you'll have to cover the cost for the missing number of people. As it was already approaching mid to late afternoon by this point, no one else happened to show up, so we reluctantly headed back to Aon Ang. Possibly one of our biggest travelling regrets was not allowing a whole day to visit Railay Beach, but I guess that means we have a very good reason to come back. Luckily for us, the sunset on this particular evening was one of the most beautiful we've ever seen. With it now being our final day in Aon Ang, it was time for our 7 Islands tour. We started the day with our furry friends at Sad Kitchen before getting picked up in a tuk-tuk and taken to the pier to start the tour. You can book on to 7 Islands tours at dozens of tour offices throughout Aon Ang. However, we decided to book through our hostel because it was slightly cheaper than the others.
So we're at an island called Vale Wake, just here for like a swim stop for an hour. This beach is just incredible, can't believe it. Absolute paradise. You having fun?
Yeah, it's like the clearest water ever.
I felt as though I was swimming in an aquarium with almost every variation of fish imaginable. It was a truly magical experience. So we're at our first snorkeling spot and we're 45 minutes just by these huge rocks out in the sea, but you can see all the way to the bottom, so it's really beautiful. Some of the coral's insane. Got a life jacket on anyway, so I can just float and enjoy the water. How are you doing?
I'm a little bit scared.
Oh, what's wrong?
I don't like the boat.
You don't like the boat?
I'm watching people get up the stairs and they're really struggling.
Some of the sea urchins here are absolutely massive. Dread to think what that could do to someone's foot. As I mentioned previously, this tour is called a 7 Islands tour. However, rather deceivingly, we only actually visited 2 of these islands. The other supposed 5 islands were either gawked at from afar, such as Chicken Island, or we had an open water swimming stop near them, and of which we had 2 in total. If I'm being completely honest, this was quite disappointing, and you could even argue that this tour was falsely advertised. Despite all that, at least the scenery was absolutely stunning.
So we're now on Kopoda Island. We're going to be here for a couple of hours, just chilling out. Maybe a bit of volleyball, but then after that we're going to have a barbecue on the beach.
Watch the sunset here.
Yeah, and watch the sunset. So basically on a desert island.
Our afternoon on Kopoda Island definitely did not disappoint, and I think it saved the day. There was also plenty of options at the barbecue, for which the beach gave the perfect backdrop. We stuck around on the beach until the sun was just setting, before heading back to the boat for one last swim stop, this time in the darkness, to witness the wonder of the bioluminescent plankton. I couldn't film this however, as it was simply too dark, but I was truly mesmerised. So we're back in Aon Ang, and we're feeling rather peckish, so we came to a shop about 3 steps away from our hostel. I've had chicken tom yum, and it is quite yum.
Is it good?
It's pretty good. It's like chicken fried rice really, a little bit of vegetables. What have you gone for today?
Nothing new, just garlic chicken again.
So we're on the way back to the hostel now, as it's our final night in Aon Ang, and we're checking out tomorrow to go to OPP. But we've had a really nice time here, and I don't think 3 days has really been enough, to be quite honest. Probably could have done with another day, because we're gutted that we didn't get a chance to go to Railay Beach.
There's part of me that feels like we might have to come back here when we come back through Asia in the summer.
Yeah, so
If it's meant to be, we will.
I don't think this is the end for Aon Ang and Krabi for us. So, but we've really enjoyed it, and we're sad to be leaving, so we'll end the vlog there. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Give us a like if you did. We'll see you in the next adventure. Bye.